Alright, so I thought that for the start of this week's vlog, I kind of do a recap because my birthday was last month and I'd gotten all this stack of books for my birthday. So I figured I would do what I've read in a month to kind of wrap up. So I ended up reading Daisy Jones and the Six, The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, The Spanish Love Deception by Elena Armas, Carrie Soto is Back, then The London Seance Society, and I'm currently reading Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zevin. And I guess I also finished The House Across the Lake by Riley Sager. So one, two, three, four. So I've read 5 books, finished one and started another one. So it's like 5. Let's say like that's 6 books. That's 6 books in 1 month, which is pretty good for me. Something I've never really done before, or maybe I have and I've just never taken note of it. But yeah, so I just thought that, reading 6 books that I got for my birthday out of like the 8, that's pretty good. I mean, in my head, I was hoping that, especially this weekend, I would have, read so much that I could have gotten them all read, right? But of course, like I wasn't, it was a thought that came and went and I never really did anything after that, right? But, yeah. Ta-da! Alright, so my plan is that I'm going to make reading tomorrow a priority. I won't get it done today, but at least I will get a decent chunk of the way through. I mean, I am over halfway through, so hopefully in the tomorrow morning, I will be able to finish it, but I don't know. But that's it for this starter. Hey, thank you. Hey, but just, I guess, really impressed that I've read 6 months and that I've committed to it and that birthday books, yay. Alright, I actually surprised myself and I did actually finish reading Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zevin, and I loved it. I was struggling a lot when I first started reading it because of the fact of the matter that I thought it was like a little just like kind of slow and I didn't really think it would be like much for me, but I really liked it. There really isn't much of a love story. It's more of just like friends getting together and just, like that, like these like friends, like their childhood friends, like they re-met in college and then they decided to like make these video games together and they had a very much success, but then they ended up in their like, because like all this video game stuff happened in their like 20s and early 30s, and they just decided to have like different lives. Like one of them became like a college professor, and I just thought that was like a very cutesy little thing that happened. I really enjoyed it. But because I've now finished it, I can now move on to another book, which I have decided is going to be Colleen Hoover's November 9th. I have heard some controversial things on it, but you know what? I'm happy that I'm going to read it, and I think it'll be great. Can't wait to read it, but yeah, go this. And I would suggest tomorrow. Alright, bye! I guess a quick little add-in I wanted to mention about tomorrow was that you do actually get to know the meaning of the title and how it came from like Macbeth and just like and how she really liked poetry. I really enjoyed that, and this means that I've like read 6 books of my 6 out of 7 of my birthday books, well 8, and that because I finished a book and I'm now going to start November 9, that I've like read 6 books, finished another one, and now starting a new one. So that is like really, so it's kind of, we're going to call it a 7, even though it's officially 6 books. But yeah, I liked it. Woohoo! Alright, so I have read a little bit of November 9th, and I get why it's such a controversial book, but I'm still excited to read more. It's like only 300 pages, it's very small, so I'm kind of looking forward to finish reading it and giving you more of an update with it. And it like really starts off with a bang, and and I'm really, I mean, it ends with us, maybe a potential book that I'll read after, but I mean, I would get that one from the library, and there's a lot of books right now that I would get from the library. I just don't want to overdo it, and maybe after I'm done this and Death at a Party, I will maybe go on a library binge borrow and read those books next. But at the same time, I feel like I have so many books myself that I still got like a thriller books I want to finish reading, and I also got like some summer reads, and yeah. So I'm not too sure what I want to be doing, but you know what? If I'm feeling the library books, then that's what I'm going to do next week when I'm done these two books. So yeah, right, I am, the only other Colleen Hoover book that I've read is Verity, and that was amazing, right? But you know what, doesn't hurt to try to branch out into other Colleen Hoover books and see if I like them, because she is and I can't say that I'm going to be on the coho wagon like I am with Taylor Jenkins Reid's books, but you know what, can't complain, you have to try. All right, so yeah, all right, and I even thought of like waiting to read this book until like November and either starting or finishing in November, but you know what, we're doing it because I got it for my birthday, and I'm on a reading book birthday binge, so yay, go me. All right, bye. Alright, I've read more of November 9th, and I'm really enjoying it. It is really just about like how these two people, they end up meeting, and how they end up meeting, they're going to meet each other every day on November 9th, right? And he's going to write a book about like their lives and how like they're dating and how they're going to like, he's writing their story. And I have flagged like each section, right, with my little tabbies here of each new section of each time they meet on November 9th. And it's a quick, easy read. So far, I'm loving it. There is romance to it, but I am enjoying it. Oh no, it's not going to stand up. All right. Yeah, I would recommend it. I am liking it so far. This is my second Colleen Hoover book, and so far, I'm loving it. Yeah, would suggest. I'm happy I picked it up. Thumbs up so far. All right, bye. Alright, so I have just finished November 9, and I thought it was cute and adorable, right? It does have like a twist ending to it, meaning that you end up finding out like what his book is really about, and how like he kind of knew her beforehand without really knowing her. But it did have a feeling of like a little bit of like very Stockholm Syndrome like. And the only other Colleen Hoover book I've read is Verity, and that also had a very Stockholm feeling, like kind of story feel to it as well. So I don't know if that is a thing that Colleen Hoover kind of puts into her books, where I mean that's why people don't like it. But I mean, both books were really well written. They're short, quick reads that it does make me interested to read. Like it ends with us and it starts with us, kind of, or just more go books. But it's just, it really is. It's kind of like, I mean, like I kind of do. I mean, it does beg the question, like, are we just really into the people that we love, that we're willing to put up with some very strange things that they do end up doing, or just morally questionable kind of things. But now that that book is done, I can now start my last birthday book of A Death at a Party, right? By Amy Stewart, which I think will be great. So yeah, I am going to start that today. Maybe right now. I don't know. But yeah. Bye. Alright, I have started Death at a Party, and how I got started is that this is why you should always have a book on you at all times. I was just out and about, taking the bus and everything, and I was able to read the first 20 pages. Yay! Go me! Right? So this is why I really think that you should always have a book with you. It started off very intriguing, very, gripping. It is a thriller. I mean, I should have known that by the description of the book, but it does, and there is a death at the party, and so I can always put this part of like my thriller kind of books in which I am reading as well. But yeah, like I am really super excited to finish this. It's my last birthday book that I have. But another like comment in which I really wanted to say is that there's just, because a lot of the books I have gotten and read recently are either books from the library or picked up from the library use bookstore, which is, they're all used donations, like library reject books. So it's kind of like just the smell of a fresh book that I'm the only one who gets to, I'm the first reader of this book. But it's just the smell of like a new book. It's fantastic. I love it. Anyways, yeah, so first 20 pages of A Death at the Party, really good. Yeah, right. I've never read anything by Amy Stewart before, but I am looking forward to it. All right, that's it. Bye. Alright, I've read a little bit more of Death at a Party, and I'm really enjoying it. The first chapter or two, I was a little iffy with it, but then I'm really liking the relationship that the main character, Nadine, has with her mom, and like it's the party. I'm assuming the death at the party is the party that is happening, and it's like a one-day event because she's throwing a birthday party for her mom. Yay! Right? But yeah, so I'm really excited to read more about it, and it's just, because you're being introduced to all the characters, who's going to die, right? But it's Nadine who knows, and it's just such a weird thing that's going to happen. But yeah, I just thought I'd give you guys an update on it. I do have flags in the book for the halfway point, and that is where I'm going to read to. Yeah, but I look forward to reading more, and it's a quick read. I'll hopefully be done it by end of day tomorrow, but who knows? But yeah, Death, so far so good. Death of the Party is a win. I would suggest. All right, bye. Alright, so I actually finished Daisy Jones and the Six miniseries today, and it was so good. It followed really closely with the book, and it even hinted at a few things. I would, as always, you should always read the book before you watch the program. But oh my gosh, it was really well done. And even with, because it was the 70s, all the drugs and everything that went on, I really liked it. I would suggest it. Yeah. It's it's a 5 out of 5 book and a 5 out of 5 for the miniseries. I really enjoyed it. I really liked it. It was very close to the book. Yeah, I would, even if you're not a big reader and you're not interested in it, I would definitely suggest the show. It's different and it's great, and I loved it. Yeah, so yay. Ta-da! I have stayed up late to finish reading Death of the Party by Amy Stewart, and it does have a double meaning, Death at a Party. It's just a quick little thriller. Loved it. Would highly suggest it. 5 out of stars from me. And I think the cover art of the peonies is fantastic. It definitely is a cute little side note in the book. And I mean, I did guess who done it, and I kind of right, but I didn't quite get how it was all going to end, and everything's just packed up cute with a nice little bow. Loved it. This is the first book that I've read by Amy Stewart, but it does make me interested to read more of her books. I'm really excited to read more thrillers now. Loving it. But this being said, that this is now the last, or the 8th book that I've now finished of all the books that I got for my birthday. So if I were to bring all these books out, right, I'm just gonna shift them a little bit. Here. Put this right so that way it's all sized correctly, you know. Everything has to be perfect. All right. Okay. Back it up a little bit more. Ta-da! All 8 books that I have read, that I got for my birthday, I have now read, and just, yeah, I would say it's, because today is actually, it's technically Saturday, because it is after midnight, so I have read all 8 books that I got for my birthday, and let's say a month, or like a month and a week, right? That's pretty good. I have never read this many books in like this short amount of time. I mean, I think that the longest book I read was like 430 some odd pages, right? But these books are fantastic. I'm really happy with my birthday book choices. You know, Taylor Jenkins Reid, perfect author. When I go to the library next week, I am most likely gonna pick up more Taylor Jenkins Reid books. I'm super excited about it, love it, and I think that's why I like volunteering and working for the library. Is that I mean I'm there so often. Yes, there's one right around the corner for like it's easy to get to. I mean, but still, like, fantastic. But because out of all of them, I would say that The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo is probably my favorite. Carrie Soto, right? But honestly, A Death of the Party was really great. And Daisy Jones and the Six, how it was written was very like kind of documentary style, but it was fantastic. Really enjoyed it. I'm not too sure what I'm going to read next, but I do have lots of thrillers or I'm trying to decide, should I do thrillers or should I do summer reads, right? But tomorrow when I volunteer at the bookstore, there may be, some new donations or freshly discarded library books, or I may pick up a Taylor Jenkins Reid's book. I don't know. The options are out there, but point is, 8 books in 1 month. It's fantastic for me. I'm loving it. Woohoo! Go me, go us. We made it through, right? Oh man. But honestly, I would suggest all of them. My least favorite book out of all of them was The Spanish Love Deception. And I think it's just more of a trope thing where, like, she hated him, right? But then they ended up loving each other. I mean, I do love romance books, or I wouldn't say I love romance books, but like I do like them, and I have read some that I really liked. But yeah, I would suggest all of them. Even Tomorrow was like just a really good friends book. Ugh, can't get over this. Anyways, should probably let you guys all go. You don't want to hear me rave, but yeah. Loving it. Like it. Yes. Alright. Next time. Bye. Alright, here. Okay. So these are kind of like my ideas for June, because May is almost over with. I'm not sure. So I was just watching like a BookTuber wrap up for like March and April, and they said that they read All Your Perfects and they really liked it by Colin Hoover. And then I remembered I have this book, right? And I want to see what it really is about, or really I want to test my theory of the Stockholm Syndrome kind of books that Colleen might be writing, I guess. So I figured this would be the perfect opportunity to read it, to see if like I'm right, or see if I really like her, what have you. And then I figured I could also continue on with my thriller kind of vlog. And then I figured I could maybe get into my thriller vlog again. So I've already read The Guest List by Lucy Foley and The House Across the Lake by Riley Sager. And then I have The Hunting Party and The Paris Apartment by Lucy Foley, Billy Summers by Stephen King, What Lies in the Woods by Kate Alice Marshall, and Camp Zero by Michelle Ming Sterling, right? So I figured I could do something like that. So like with this like kind of like thriller vlog. It also kind of would be a review on Lucy Foley books as well. Or over here I have a kind of like a summer reads, a Jennifer Weiner kind of review, plus The Great Escape by Karen Swan and Every Summer After by Carly Fortune. I don't know but what I'm going to do, but I think I should start with All Your Perfects, right? You know, I feel, and I don't know, do you feel me? Because like it is summer and, right? But I also, right, will really want to read The Paris Apartment, right? Because I honestly hated the guest list. I thought it was so dumb. I thought like everything, it was like I felt like it was been there, done that kind of a thing with it, right? It was just like it's an insignificant detail that kind of came up, right? So I figured if I end up reading The Paris Apartment, and if The Paris Apartment was as stupid as the guest list, or I hated it, or didn't like it, I shouldn't say hate, like it as much, then I would just like DNF The Hunting Party, because then I'm probably not going to like it. And I feel like based on the title, I kind of feel it was like, honestly, with The Hunting Party, I honestly feel like what's going to happen is that people are going hunting and they accidentally kill somebody, and or they end up like killing somebody intentionally, but like they have like a real reason to kill somebody, even though like that you should never harm anybody or kill anybody. There's no excuse for that, and there's no justification, right? But I don't know, right? But a part of me feels like I should be reading The Hunting Party first, just because like it's like literally like it's not a hardback, it's a soft cover, and it's a smaller soft cover than the guest list. Like, you know what I mean? Because the sizing isn't right. I don't know, but that's not a good reason to read a book, especially when I'm feeling The Paris Apartment. And Paris Apartment is like really, everybody likes it. Like the one location of the library has like 5 copies of it, right? Because they haven't purged it. I don't know. But anyways, so maybe that is like what I should be reading. Is The Paris Apartment by Lucy Foley and All Your Perfects. All right. That was a lot. All right. So I'm guessing, it's kind of funny now that I'm looking at them. Like, it's the purple theme for All Your Perfects and The Paris Apartment. You know, maybe I'm just feeling a bit purple. I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, here we go. All right. Cool. All right. So while I was at the bookstore, I picked up Dune. I don't plan to read it soon, maybe after I'm done my thriller books. But, yeah. It was only $2 at the bookstore, so I'm really excited. And I've heard that it's really hard to get into, which is why I'm okay with just the first one. If I get it and it turns out to be awesome, then I'll get the box set. But, you know, for $2 to try out this book, I think is awesome. And the movies are great. So, yay, go me. All right, bye. All right, so I've just read a little over half of All Your Perfects. The title has worked its way into the book. It's from A Fortune Cookie. Every other chapter is written then and now about how they met and how when they're first dating versus now. I think it's really cute, really like it. Quick read. It is just over 300 pages, but can't wait to see how it ends. Yay! We'll probably finish it tomorrow, like another 2-day read. But yeah, awesome sauce. All Your Perfects so far. Cool. Alright, so I have just finished All Your Perfects by Colleen Hoover, and I'm happy to say that I did not find any, any signs of domestic violence or any, like, Stockholm Syndrome-esque type of behavior in this book, which is super and wonderfully exciting to see. I mean, I don't know if I will read any more Colleen Hoover books, right? But I'm happy that I did find one that was like a pure love story about just like how in a relationship, like you really do need to like work on each other, and that you really need to be with each other, and just, I don't know, like life's a journey, and you know, everything's work and the relationship is too. I'm really excited about it. Now, this book, right, I am going to be donating to a mini library. So, yeah, I don't know which one I'm going to give it to, but I mean, I got it secondhand, might as well just keep it on going. So now that I am done it, yes, and I did read this book in like within 24 hours, but I did sleep, right? So over the course of 2 days, but because it is a quick read, it's just like 305 pages, but now I'm going to start with The Paris Apartment by Lucy Foley, and I'm going to see how it compares to the guest list, and if I really like The Paris Apartment, then that will determine if I read The Hunting Party. But thinking I'm really liking some thrillers. I mean, when I go to the library this week, I might get Survive the Night by Riley Sager. I don't know, just to kind of add to it, but we'll see. We'll definitely see how Paris Apartment goes. Right now, it's kind of funny. A lot of the books I've recently read have been paperback, but a lot of the thrillers that I have are hardbacks. So we're gonna see like there's like the difference in heavier, right? But does anybody else do this when they're reading hardbacks? They just like take like the dust jacket off, right? I do that. You know, I just want to keep it. You know, I want to keep it nice and prestigious. Right? But I guess all the books that I'm reading for, or majority of the books that I'm reading for my thriller vlog kind of a thing, right, are they are all going to be donated to mini libraries. So that's good news, right? Always want to give back to the community, especially because I paid little to nothing for these books, right? So it's not like I'm you know, like losing money on it, and I'm most likely not going to read them ever again. So kind of like why I want to do it. Anyways, let's get reading. All right, bye. All right, so I have started reading The Paris Apartment, and it really kind of started off with a bang. You're introduced to all the characters, the mysteries right front and center, and it all goes when a couple months ago, Jessica's brother ends up moving to Paris into this apartment. Nobody in the apartment wants him there, or this building, and so last minute, Jess ends up moving or going to visit her brother. But when she gets there, her brother's not there, and so she's trying to solve the mystery of like where he's gone, and hoping that he'll show up. It's only been a day since she's arrived, right? And so she's met Nick, who was the reason why Ben originally moved to this place to begin with. So it is just quite interesting to see what actually happens. Yeah, so, you know, and Jess also has a few secrets of her own. So I'm looking forward to reading it. So far, so good. I'm about 80 pages in, so it's about 350 pages, so we'll see how it goes. Yeah, but anyways, so far, thumbs up. But that's where I'm going to end this week's vlog. I'll give you more updates as the week goes on, but yeah, so far, so good. Liking The Paris Apartment. Alright, bye!